Hey guys, I wanted to show you a super cool mod that you can do on your iPhone 6s, 6, or even 5s in order to give it the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus look. Literally turn it into a jet black colored iPhone 7 mini. So this works on all of those devices, and I've done this before with the iPhone 7 a while ago. Back then, they didn't really have the jet black or matte black option for the shell, so I wanted to show you how that would look today on even an iPhone 5s. It was one of my requested videos to go ahead and do it for one of these because I haven't. I think it's going to be a really cool look. We'll have to see, but sometimes you just get stickers on there and oh my goodness, it's such a pain to take them off. So I'd rather just change the shell of the phone. So let's take a look at what we've got. So this is the 6S one. Let's take a look at the 5S one over here. So this does not work on the iPhone 5. I don't believe it's only on the 5S, but look at this. It's an iPhone 7 mini. I have taken apart many iPhone 5Ss, not very many iPhone 6s, so that's going to be a challenge, but wow, that looks really, really cool. So it's all rounded on the edges. It's got this neat look. Power button's still up here. They raised the camera when they didn't have to. That's very interesting. So you've got your headphone jack still. So it's an iPhone 7 mini jet black. Unfortunately, they didn't get rid of the FCC labels, which would have been cool. And the text is not the same color as it is on a real jet black phone. For whatever reason, they made it stand out. But yeah, it seems pretty nice. It even has a machined Apple logo, which is a cool touch for this guy. So I'm going to go ahead and install it on the 5S and the iPhone 6S, and then report back to you in a second here how it looks. So as for the 6S, let's take a look at this one. Ooh, much better looking. This is actually the same font as on the iPhone 7 Plus. That's so cool. They got the little details right there. Same text, same everything. And the color actually has a very nice sheen to it. So I don't know how this is going to be scratch-wise compared to Apple's jet black, but it looks very nice, almost similar to it. Seems like pretty sturdy metal. Most people always ask me how's the durability of it, but I gotta say it feels very good, very sturdy, doesn't feel cheap whatsoever. So yeah, let me go ahead and install this real quick. I mean, by real quick, I mean take a long time because man, this is not easy stuff. But I think the final result will look really cool. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a little piggy on the inside of the shell. Almost didn't notice that. But I've been inspecting this thing really closely, and it's really amazed me. It feels so good. It looks so good. All the little details everywhere. I mean, it all ties in together. The only thing is that this port is silver. For whatever reason, it's not black. That's really going to throw me off when using it. A little bit annoying there. Now, I'll leave links down below, but I have a couple recommendations for you guys before even beginning. You must have battery stickers to reapply the sticker with. You can find these on eBay fairly cheap. I would highly recommend a magnetic board for organizing all these screws and everything like that if you're inexperienced. It really helps so you don't lose track of everything. And if you're doing this to a 6S, you need a seal. So you can buy one of these for a couple bucks on eBay to reapply around the border so you still keep your sort of water resistance that comes with the 6S. So those are just three things I would highly recommend. So here's an iPhone 6S that could really use a new shell. It's chipped, scratched, worn out over here. It's been in and out of pockets. So you can tell this thing really needs an upgrade. All right, so with a nice tool set, I'm gonna go ahead and start it. Of course, we begin with removing the display. Got our suction cup here to go ahead and lift it up. And this is a 6S, so it will have that seal. You'll notice the stickiness that's rising as I pull this up, but this is kind of hard when I'm filming it on camera. All right, so pry that apart. Just go around the edge now. I'm not all that experienced with this kind of stuff, so do forgive me if I'm doing a couple things wrong. All right, so I did manage to get that up. There's that sticky adhesive I was talking about. So go ahead and pull it back and up. All right, so go ahead and unscrew these bolts here. Someone was already inside of this phone. It's missing a bolt. With the pry tool, go ahead and quickly remove all of these gently. All right, and I completely forgot I turned the phone off before doing this, so don't be me. You will need to do that. So yeah, here we go. Just go ahead and start unscrewing everything. I would recommend an iFixit guide, but you know, take it easy. I'm gonna start with the battery panel here. Eject that SIM card, of course, before you damage something. When taking apart the 6S, there's a very interesting hex nut right here, so you'll need a 2.5mm tool for this. All right, so I've loosened the logic board. Go ahead and pull that off. And a little antenna if you haven't already. Taptic engine, just 2 easy bolts left and right. And pull that guy out. So very interesting how much tech they can get from this little slim device right here. I mean, how much tactile feedback. That's cool. My least favorite part of any iPhone housing removal, besides the volume buttons and the power buttons, is this part. So the adhesive, you got to peel it all back and then you got to pull it out of the battery. And it always seems to break. That's the annoying part. So hopefully we can get it in one try here, but I have no hope for that. Especially the older the phone is, it seems the adhesive is a little bit more tricky to work with. So take it and pull it out of the phone slowly. Pulling it left to right if you have to. Oh, this is actually working, not too bad. Oh my goodness, it actually worked. Holy crap. Be very careful not to puncture the battery if you're using tweezers, as that would not be good. Not bad. Very satisfied with this result. Oh, and the battery pops out. All right. So the cleanest battery removal I've ever had. That's quite amazing, with some lithium showing here. All right. So I am immediately going to be reinstalling all of these components, popping them from this shell onto this one here. Here's the button part, guys. So you guys want to very, very carefully peel this cable back as you're removing it. And you see this little metal piece on the back of the button. You're going to need to transfer it to the new jet black buttons. It's not easy, but it can be done. And that's basically what the clickiness factor is. So very carefully peel this back and reinstall in the new shell. I'm talking about this little bracket right here. Just pull it up with tweezers and pull it out. And there is a little rubber seal that I already removed that you need to reinstall in the new buttons too. It's a little complicated, but not too difficult. And this is where you really need to get precise. That little silver dot, I use tweezers to take from the other button and put on this one. It has adhesive on the back, so it'll stick. Be very, very gentle not to lose it. This is actually what allows you to get that very satisfying click feel. All right, managed to get this cable in here. You'll know you did good when you can hear the clickiness from the buttons themselves and the mute switch works. So we're good there. On to the bottom. And the microphone, and there it is. So go ahead and reinstall this on the shell. And when doing this bottom portion, don't forget about the speaker grill and the microphone grill. They didn't include them with them, so peel them off the other one and stick them on. And here are the battery stickers. You want to make sure to use these to correctly place the battery so it doesn't stick up too much if you use like double-sided tape or something. But anyways, here it is. So I've got all of the internals inside, successfully transplanted. I feel like a neurosurgeon. But first startup, let's check it out. Let's see if we can get some power. And boom. Look at that. It's best, of course, to use a space gray 6S6 because you get the black startup screen and it blends seamlessly. But I'm going to go ahead and assemble the rest and see what we got. All right, so the only thing that remains is to pop the SIM tray in. And all right, here it is. So going from space gray to jet black, I did this in a little bit over an hour and a half. And I'm going to wipe this off so you guys can tell. It definitely copies the fingerprint magnet ability of jet black, I'll tell you that. Look at that. It looks absolutely gorgeous. I love it. All right. Looks good. It looks very, very close to the real deal here. The lettering, the shimmer, the way the light bounces off of it. I mean, it looks so close to the real deal. So if you guys wanted to get the jet black color, this is certainly an awesome way to do that. Blends very, very well with the home button. So I'm going to go ahead and do the 5S one, which should be considerably easier. This was my first time completely disassembling a 6S like this. I did it to the 6, so I'm going to do it to the 5S with the other jet black shell and see what we get. All right, and very interesting difference about this is the phone becomes a lot less blocky. They rounded the corners a lot, so popping it in here. It definitely feels like a flattened iPhone, a 5S. The screen does stick out just a little bit as a result, but you know, the final result does look good itself. So putting these screws in again, they didn't give us any black screws with these, which I think they should. as they did give a little connector here that is darker. And here it is, guys, the final result. So popping the SIM card in is the final step. Oh, and they gave me a matte black one on a jet black. Yeah, I'm bleeding. Wouldn't be an Everything Apple Pro tutorial if I didn't bleed in it, but here it is. So very, very nice, guys. Here's the previous look. Overall, the phone does get a little bit bigger, as you guys can see. May not be a fan of that, but thinness wise, it seems to stay the same. Just gives it a little curve and it expands a little in order to accommodate that curve. So very nice. The finish is very, very similar to jet black on the 5S2. It looks great, I gotta say. So there's a little bit of a wave effect to it, if you'll notice, but for some reason I could see that more in the camera than I can just holding it. With the iPhone 6 or 6 mod, it looks fantastic. I mean, it looks just like a jet black iPhone. So if you guys wanted to turn your iPhone into an iPhone 7 jet black, this is how you do it. Super, super cool. In the end, you've got an all new look for an old phone. So if you guys didn't want to upgrade to the iPhone 7, probably the best solution for you. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I will leave a link down below to where I got it. Just watch the video entirely if you guys do want to install it, because a lot of these smaller points I mentioned are the ones I got stuck on, so I wanted to mention them to you. Gotta say, very, very satisfied. Much, much better than I thought, almost matching the quality of the jet black completely. So enjoy this mod, guys. Have a great day. Peace.